You do that?
What you mean? Why would I do that? Did your daddy pass away?
But that was not. I don't even have my birth certificate. So you took my birth certificate?
Did he ever pay child support?
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got something pretty good, man. We got a sister getting upset with her mother because her mother took her inheritance money, right? And her mother's beating around the bush, right? When she is pretty much being confronted about it. And it's sad, man, because here's the thing. You see this a lot in the Black community, right? You see this a lot in the Black community, and you will see it a lot on the mother side than you would see it on the father side. And that's just a fact, right? That's just a fact. And what I mean by that is you will see a lot of betrayal, a lot of shady stuff going on when it comes down to a mother and her children, right? You won't see that with a father. The most you will see is, once again, you know, some of your Pookies and Ray Rays walking out on their children. And I'm pretty sure some people are going to say, well, that's a worse betrayal, right? Other than somebody sitting over here taking some inheritance money, right? And her reasoning and explanation as to why she did what she did, which leads me into pretty much like why would she even come up with the response that she came up with, right? But once again, she essentially proves our point. She proves my point. It's not a theory, right? It's legit facts. It's what a lot of your sisters do who are your single mothers, who tend to be bitter. It's just a fact. But a lot of your women, once again, will sit over here and take money from their daughters, take money from their sons, right? Try to sabotage a relationship that they may have with their daughter. You ain't gonna see that all the time, but you do see it a lot, right? You do see it a lot. Really can't name me one thing that a man does when it comes down to his children where he is being a snake. I just can't ever really see it. Like I said, the worst thing that a man could ever do, right? The worst thing that you probably have seen a man do is, once again, walk out on his children. But when you're talking about a lot of grimy stuff, a lot of small things where it's like, but what in the world is this? You tend to see it a lot with your mothers and your daughters. But regardless, it's just a fact, right? It's just the fact that she tried to give us an explanation as to why. And the crazy thing is, her explanation is wild. Her explanation is wild as to why she did what she did to this young girl, right? And once again, it's only a cycle. It's only a cycle because this daughter, she's probably going to end up going down the same route. She's probably going to end up going down the same route the mother is going down. But let's go ahead and jump into this video. But before we do that, do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe.
You do that?
What you mean? Why would I do that? Did your daddy pass away?
But that was not. I don't even have my birth certificate. So you took my birth certificate?
Did he ever pay child support?
Did he ever pay child support? That's one reason right there. Did he ever pay child support? So the money he gave you, I took it because did he ever pay child support? Did he ever give me money that me and the judge agreed on that he was going to give me? Did he give me any of that? No, he did not.
And what you mean birth certificate? Didn't I have
What does that got to do with me? He left me money, not you.
Okay, but he never took care of you. So that was his payback from me. That was my payback. That he's never gave me child support to take care of you or your brothers.
That has nothing to do with me.
What you mean it doesn't?
I don't know why you think you can just take my money. It's not your money. It's not yours at all.
It is my money. I had you.
It's in my name.
Okay,
that's stealing.
I gave you your name.
That's stealing. You took my birth certificate and claimed insurance money, my inheritance. That's stealing.
I had you with your father that passed away that didn't give me a single dime, not one dime to help take care of you guys.
So you're admitting to stealing, so you think that's okay to steal?
Because I'm not stealing.
And you're probably the reason the father did not want to give you any money, because you're probably, once again, going to take that money and go spend it on whatever. You're going to probably go take that money and go spend it on whatever. But once again, it just validates my point even more. You mean to tell me that the money that men are paying, right? The men are paying to go ahead and take care of their own children, to go ahead and see their own children or whatever, right? The money that they're giving to the women is being spent on them. Well, you know what? Hey, man, did he give me any money? Did he give me any child support? So the money that he was supposed to give to you, right? To let's just say he wasn't pulling his weight when it came down to that child. He is saying, you know what, hey, here, I put the baby, I done put the little child in my will, whatever, here, you can take all my dang money. The money that was supposed to go to her, the mother took, because, hey, he was supposed to give me some money to take care of you, but he didn't. Proving that, hey, guess what? All of that money that the father was going to be sending during child support wasn't all going to go to the child. All of that money that this man was going to be giving her, right, or that he was supposed to give her, was not going to go to that child. So let's just say he was going to give her $500. That child was probably only going to see $100 of that. The child was only going to see $100 of that. And it's just sad because we know this to be true. We know this to be true, that the money that the father gives in child support never goes to the children. Well, at least most of it don't ever go to the children. Women will sit up here and be on Shade Room, right? Be on all of these black blogs, right? Be in the court crying and sobbing and saying this man needs to be taking care of his children. So the best thing that he can do is give us money. Give me money so we can go ahead and take care of this child. A lot of your women will sit in the comments. A lot of your women will tell you, well, the reason we're getting money from this man, right? The reason we're getting child support from this man, because number one, we're taking care of the child, as if men don't sit over here and fight for full custody or be able to fight for, partial custody. Right, where you can essentially get equal custody. Where 1 week you get the kid, the next week the man get the kid, next week the woman gets the kid, right? So on and so forth. But a woman will once again sit over here and fight in the court and say he needs to be paying, he needs to be doing this, he needs to be doing that. There's medical bills, there's food, there's yada yada yada. Okay, cool, whatever. Then you fast forward, you end up giving a woman money over time, and you see this woman once again coming out here with nail extensions, coming out here with raptor claws, coming out here with the moth eyelashes, right? BBLs or, lipstick, whatever, right? You confront them on that and you saying, man, look, bro, all this money that I'm giving you, what are we doing? Right? That's money supposed to be going for the kid. And the second you call them out, they will sit over here and make an excuse. Well, I'm over here taking care of this kid. Well, I got a life. You ain't doing this. You ain't doing that. They will always come up with an excuse as to why they're taking that man's money and spending it on themselves, when that is strictly for the kids. It's strictly for the child. It's strictly for the child. And we will have sisters who will sit up here and once again make excuses for that. And they know who they are, right? These sisters know who they are. These sisters know who they are, and they're considered bitter women because these will be the same ones, once again, getting a check from a man and then turn around blowing it and then turn around and saying, hey, well, you know what? These men ain't ish. These men ain't that. Da, da, da. But yet these ones that are boss babes, these are the ones that are independent. These are the ones that will come up and say, well, I'm independent. I'm a traditional independent woman. Like, it's crazy, right? It's crazy that women understand, hey, okay, traditionalism or submissiveness or whatever is in style now. So, hey, I'm still going to say I'm independent, but what a traditional take. I'm a traditional independent woman. Like, shut up, right? Just shut up. Just shut up. Any woman, man, who is saying they're independent, or women who are saying that they're traditionally independent, or they're they're a submissive independent woman, it's just stop it, right? Just stop it. These are the same ones, right, that will sit up here and beg in court to get money from the man and then turn around and do stuff like this. That money that man was going to give was not going to go to that woman, was not going to go to that kid. So once again, you essentially validated my point, right? You essentially proved my point to be true. He didn't spend no dime to take care of y'all. He didn't do this. He didn't do that, which he probably did. He just knows that if he put the money into your hands, the kids are not going to see it. But once again, hey, because this is what a lot of your men do. They will sit over here and they will try to give the money to the child, right? And I know this to be a truth because once again, I've seen it before. The mother will always make an excuse. Well, I've been doing this for you. Well, I push you out. As she even said, right? A lot of women, they will always sit up here. Well, I'm the one that gave you your last name. I'm the one that gave birth to you. Yada, yada, yada. Once again, like you just can't do that, right? You just can't do that. But it shows how childish she is. You are a grown woman acting like that. And once again, that is probably the reason why the man said, you know what? Nah, I'm not going to give her no money because it's not going to reach the kid. But hey, once again, you just look at her. Like I said, that kid is probably going to be going down the same route that mother is going down. So of course, we got the comments. Somebody else says, if the mom used that money to pay lights, water, gas, house payment, food, clothing, school supplies, or anything that benefits that child, is not stealing. It was still for the benefit of the child. This is why kids need to mind their broke business, because most of the time, and we got one. This is, once again, this is one of your bitter baby moms who will use a man's money, who is for the kid, who will use the man money once again for other things. Right now, granted, yeah, I get it. Right, you're talking about water, gas, but once again, it's for the child. Right, give the money to the child. Let the child do whatever the hell they want. And it sounds like the child is old enough that, hey, if they want to make the decision of doing it, and of course, be a parent and guide that. But once again, you're going about it the wrong way. Number one. Number two, that money is for the child. As you can see here, out of all of the time, right, that understand when he took care of y'all, that man ain't helped me not once. So I'm gonna take your money. People like, let's be honest here. Like, let's be real. Let's be real. So she then goes on to say, they don't have a clue. Better question is, who planted the seed that the mom was stealing? If the dad never took care of the child nor paid child support, then the mom is right. The mom should, the money should have been used for the care of the child. And once again, there is one of your women. I know I will go through the comments, but we already read enough. But once again, here's one of your other bitter scorned women. Well, if he's not freaking supporting, if he's not doing anything, then you know what? Hey, then whatever money he's giving to me that's for the child, I'm gonna use it for myself. Some people are going to say, well, hey, she said that she's using it for the household. Once again, it's it's the child's money. It's the child's money. And that's the point that I'm trying to make, that a lot of these women, when they get the money from the man that is for the child, they'll never put it towards the child. That's for food. Once again, that is for the food. That's for the child to eat, not you to eat. Right. But hey, guess what? We're going to eat off of his money. We are broken up. Why are you using my money for anything that you, once again, and that's the point that we're trying to make, that these women will use your money when it is for the child. It's a lot of disingenuous behavior going on in the Black community. A lot of y'all sisters need to cut it out. A lot of y'all sisters need to fix yourselves. Do me a favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, leave me a subscribe.